Howdy, y'all. This is Shubham, and today we're going to discuss the 5 things you need to keep in mind while traveling. Numero uno. How to navigate airports. So when I first came into America, I landed in New York, LaGuardia Airport, and the first thing which happened 2 hours before my landing to US soil was the air hostess shows up at my table and she gives me this immigration slip. Now this is a slip which is very important, and make sure you fill it up to the detail. Now what happens is you need to list all the things and your passport number on the immigration slip, and conveniently below they have a section where they ask you to declare all the items which you're carrying. This includes, not limited to, all the grains or the seeds which you like for making food and whatnot, what have you. And once you have all that, you need to list it in the bottom section and you need to declare it. Now chances are that sometimes it happens, not all the time, that your baggage will be opened up by the TSA, that's the airport authorities, and they'll check for the things. And if they find it and you did not declare it, then you are in big trouble. But easiest way to do it is declare it and they will just ignore it. Now this slip goes on to become your I-94 for later purposes. The next thing which comes in is port of entry. Now the port of entry is the first airport you land in for the first time when you come to America. Every time you come to America, the first airport which you land in will become your port of entry. Now, for immigration checks which happen, that will happen on the first airport you land. Now when you land in and your plane has taken a taxi, you come out of the airplane, the first thing, and you have guided tours of every place where you wanted to go, but the first thing you have to go is immigration check. Now there's a big line for economic class and a small line for business class. Generally the economic class takes a long time, so if you have someone waiting outside, they have to wait for a long time. So once they have figured that out, they ask you, the TSA are the first people you meet, and they ask you your purpose of visit. You tell them you're a student or you are an exchange student, what have you, and give them your I-20. Now I-20 is something which the university will provide you at the beginning of the flight. They will they'll ship it to your house or a place wherever you stay, and you have to carry it as your only piece of evidence that you are studying in America. So you provide that to them and along with their passport, and they ask you a bunch of questions. Just be very easy. And if you're having struggles with English, they generally have a translator in different languages, but you don't have to worry about your language barriers. They are very, very easy and helpful to navigate. Number 2, lost baggage. So once you've done your immigration check, all you have to do is show up for your baggage collection. Now the baggage collection has one problem. This may or may not happen to you, but it happened to me. When I came to my baggage collection, my bag was lost. Yes, my bag was lost and I freaked out. So I went to the airport authorities and I told them the whole scenario. They were very nice people and they listened to my whole story. They took down my flight details and my passport number and a forwarding address. Now a forwarding address is an address which you give of your friends or your house which you're gonna get later on, your apartment or dorm, what have you. Now they take this address so that when they find your luggage, which is generally on the next flight to a next destination, they can ship it back to you. Now they do it all the time, else they have a claim where you can claim for money and they give you the money too. So you don't have to worry about your lost baggage. All you have to do is talk to the required people at the airport and they will talk with you and they will work with you to make the baggage come at your place in a couple of days. Number 3, booking flights. Now there are multiple ways you can book the flights. You can do it online or through on call with the company. But the best way I would suggest is going through the company's website and booking it from there. Or one of the other ways is Google Flights. Now you can take 2 routes to come to America. The first one is the Pacific route, which goes from the back and has the whole Pacific Ocean. And generally it's one flight. There's no connecting. So you're stuck in one flight with the same person besides you for the rest of the whole journey. Or you can take a connecting flight, which happens through multiple spots in the EU or the Middle East or England, and then come to America. So these are the 2 ways you can book the flights to come to America. Now there's a little bit of catch in it. If you book multiple flights, which is also known as connecting flights, the flights are generally cheaper. Now that's cheaper because you have to land at multiple places and the flight duration becomes longer. Now there's a risk to that. Along with being cheap, it's risky because if the flight is delayed, the first flight is delayed, the rest of the flights take off without you. So you are stuck in one country for the next 24 hours to 48 hours, how long ever the next flight will take. It could be less, it could be 2 hours also. So that is the risk which you need to take compared to saving money. Generally, there are deals online when you book it ahead of time, and you can take full advantage of this opportunity by going either of the routes. Number 4, transit visas. Now, transit visas are one of the most crucial and important documents which you need to take before you do your flight booking. Now, transit visa is a specific visa of European Union or other countries which enables you to travel within the country from one airport to another. So let me give you an example. When I was coming to America from India, it was in 2013, and I booked a flight through Air Canada. Now, Air Canada had 2 airports which I was supposed to fly from one airport to another one. Now, I need a transit visa if I'm going to fly from one airport to another, unless it's America, which is my final destination. Because in America, I can fly from LaGuardia to DFW, no questions asked. But if I'm traveling to America from another airport, I need to make sure that I land only on one airport in a country. So I need to take a transit visa from Toronto to another airport in Canada, which I did not know. But I didn't do it, so they did not allow me to fly in India itself. That was a big problem. Another time I was flying, I flew through Munich and Zurich. They fall in Germany and they are in Europe. So that also needs a transit visa. It's called a Schengen visa. A Schengen visa is a simple stamp. You can get it for like $30-$40 when you log it in and register online. Now that enables me from flying from Munich to Zurich and easily when I'm flying from Mumbai to America. I didn't do that, so they did not let me fly. But they put me on a different flight which was only one stop. So keep in mind when you're booking flights, if you're doing multiple connecting flights, make sure they're not in the same country. They can be in Zurich, Switzerland, and then DFW or something like that, or it can be Zurich, England, and then to America. So keep that in mind, and then you'll have a great trip. Number 5, transportation. Now, transportation can be tough if you don't have a driver's license or international driver's license, but there are conveniently Uber or Lyft apps which you can use to go from one place from the airport to your destination. Alternatively, you can take advantage of ISI's airport pickups, where they do this for free. They take you from airport to your destination, no charges whatsoever. If you like this video, then please subscribe to our channel. We work hard to deliver the best and the reliable content to you on how to make your transition in America easier. Thank you. See you next time.